You're free now. Free to stream beyond your wildest dreams. Free to be everything you imagine, and then some. That's how it feels to have Quantum Fiber. Your world unleashed. Learn more at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability. Service in select locations only.
Wilson, you sent the game-winning email at the buzzer, avoiding a 4:55 meeting on everyone's calendar. How did you do it?
I got a huge assist from Grammarly, an AI writing partner that helped me make my point. And it works everywhere I write. Summarizing a doc only took one click. When everyone uses Grammarly, everything just makes sense.
Go to Grammarly.com/podcast to download it for free. That's Grammarly.com/podcast. Easier said, done.
Welcome to the KSL Real Estate Show. Hear updates on the national and local Utah real estate markets. We cover residential and commercial properties. Plus, get inspiring ideas to make your house a home from our sponsor, Osmond Designs. Here's Heather Osmond and Lindsay Aerts on KSL News Radio.
Welcome on in to the Real Estate Show today. Thank you for joining us. I am Lindsay Aerts here with Heather Osmond of Osmond Designs. She is the interior designer, the founder, the creator, the CEO, the president, all the things of Osmond Designs. Heather, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Lindsay?
I'm so good. It's so good to be with you. I love what we're going to talk about today in terms of home security because I actually don't have a home security system.
What?
Because I don't have outside electrical. I don't have electrical I don't even have a doorbell. So I don't know if there's a solution for that, but I think your guest today can help us.
Oh, absolutely, Lindsay. You know, we love doing this KSL Real Estate Show. We get to talk about anything and everything that is real estate related in the state of Utah, not only home and residential, but commercial applications. Today, we have Jamie Armstrong with Cove Home Security on the show with us today. The 3 years that we've been doing this show, we've never talked about home security. So I'm really excited to have you, Jamie. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here and have this discussion with you.
Absolutely. And you're the marketing director for Cove.
Yes.
Which is amazing. Okay, so Lindsay, we're going to solve some of your problems today.
Yeah, bring it on.
This is amazing.
I just told the world that I don't have security on my home. So we're immediately regretting that decision.
Tomorrow,
you're going to have it. And I have a dog, so don't come by.
And your husband's kind of scary, too.
Yeah.
Yes, it's great. Okay, Jamie, so give us a heads up. Give us a little intro to Cove, how they were founded, and what they do, what makes them different.
Okay, so I think we all know some of the biggest hangouts people have with home security is the contracts, the salespeople, the drilling and the wiring in your home. And Cove was founded in 2018 by people who have several years in the home security industry, and they took all those things that people hate about home security and they found a solution to provide an alternative, which is wireless. So it's peel and stick.
Lindsay,
stick your sensors up.
Call out your name, girl.
That's what I need. Peel and stick.
And
that's how I hang
do that.
That's how I hang all my pictures in my house too.
Exactly.
Heather would
right?
murder me, but yeah.
And
I love you.
No contracts involved.
Right.
No salespeople. You go on the website, you pick your own system, you customize it for what you need in your home, and then you try it out, and the professional monitoring is less than $1 a day. So it's a very affordable solution. And you do not need to have outside electrical.
Yeah.
It's dual connectivity. So it's hooked through your Ethernet with cellular backup. So if you lose power for some reason, you lose Wi-Fi, you will still be connected to the monitoring center. And so you will have that protection.
That's
always.
That's really cool. Okay, so there's a lot of home security companies out there. I'm
There
not going to
are.
name them because they're your competitors. But what makes you guys different in terms of like what you offer?
Again, it's particularly in the Utah space.
Yeah.
We are the opposite of a traditional home security company. You don't get locked into a multi-year contract. You don't get locked into any contract. And you just can install it. We are the easiest DIY installation. It comes with a beautiful touchscreen panel that is the kind of the heart of the system. And you just follow the installation instructions step by step. And then you use that same alarm panel to operate, arm and disarm your system, customize settings that you want. So it's really in your hands. And then we have 24/7 customer support should you have any questions and need a little help.
I think that's incredible. Okay, so I think more than ever, we need home security, right? We need to feel safe and secure in our own homes.
Yes.
And I think with all of the smart home features that we have these days, our telephones, and I don't know about you, but I just love to know when my Amazon package arrives.
Absolutely.
Or who's at the front door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's interesting is we just did a survey of 1,000 U.S. homeowners. And just a few weeks ago, we did this, so very fresh data. But cameras were the most important part of a home security system. And the number one thing people wanted them for was to see who's at their front door.
Yeah.
And to see when those packages are arriving.
Guilty.
I don't even open my front door anymore unless I know who it is.
Well, yeah, same. And I'm also so lazy that I don't even open my Amazon packages anymore. I check my app to remind myself what I ordered.
What was that?
What was that?
So
You have
embarrassing.
too many Amazon packages.
So
Lindsay.
I
That's
need
a
this
problem.
security system. I need Cove because I need to be able to just check what's at my front door.
Well, and it's interesting because one of the questions we did ask is, will you answer the door if you don't know who it is? And you are, like I am, among the 50% of people who will not answer the door if they don't know who it is.
No, and I have a no soliciting sign on my front door, and I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you at my house? Unless it's my mom or, a neighbor.
I don't get many knocks at my door, unless it's someone in the neighborhood or something like that. But I wonder how, I cover politics here at KSL News Radio. So how do campaigns go knock doors in this day and age?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not okay.
Right. And another question we did ask was, have you been approached by a stranger? Has a stranger come to your door in the last year? And 60% of us have still experienced that. So it's not as common, but it's still very common out there.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about when the most burglaries happen. It's not in the evening when we are all setting our alarms. It's actually during the day.
Yes. We asked, one of the questions was, do you feel comfortable leaving your doors unlocked at night? And of course, the majority of people were like, no way. But during the day, it was much more common for people to feel it's okay and leave their doors unlocked. However, FBI statistics show most burglaries happen between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. when people are at work, when kids are at school. And the average burglary is 8 to 10 minutes. They're in, they're out, they run straight to the master bedroom. They know what they're looking for, computers, jewelry.
I've had this happen to me. It's so violating. It's so violating. They grabbed a pillowcase off the bed, right, and just filled it with stuff. But they took like $30 worth of DVDs that I don't even use anymore. Like no computers, no laptops, and it's just so curious what the motivations are, because why are you just aiming for DVDs that are probably worth $30? I'll give you $30.
Right.
Yes. Give me my DVDs back. Go get a job, right? Leave my house alone.
Well, most interesting is burglaries are generally not pre-planned. It's a crime of opportunity. So they might have not even known what they were looking for. They saw, I can get in this house. I'm going to go run around and see what I can grab in the next few minutes.
And they have to move quickly,
yes.
right? So they're just grabbing anything that's easy. Maybe a TV is mounted to the wall or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
We have a neighborhood group me in our area, and sometimes people will post videos of random people at 2 o'clock in the morning in their driveway or walking around their cars outside, and stuff like that just freaks me out.
Yeah, it's confusing.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, what is happening?
What is going on? We all need dogs. Yes, we need concealed weapons permits. We need alarms. We need dogs.
What's interesting is we did ask, so about 50-50. 50% of homeowners have a security system. The other half do not. And the main reasons if you don't, why not?
Lindsay, why not? It's less than $1 a day.
I know. It's probably a function of the setup. The setup but you've solved that problem for me already, this segment, so I have no excuse. Just that I don't have electrical out front, and I haven't taken the time to figure out a system that will work.
Yeah.
Expense was the number one issue, which I believe we have just covered. It's more affordable than you might think.
Yeah.
Another one was people don't think crime is a problem in their area, which is great. And we'll talk about some other reasons to have a security system beyond just burglary.
Yeah.
And then number 3 reason was, I have a dog.
Wow.
And then we kind of did a follow-up question on that. Okay, do you think your dog will actually protect your home, or will they make friends with whoever's coming to the door, right?
Some steak or some beef jerky, it's all over.
Yep.
Yeah, and
another thing I really think is interesting is a lot of times it's not even a stranger, it's people that you know.
absolutely.
I hate that.
Another interesting FBI stat, 65% of burglaries are committed by people you know.
Ugh.
So it's people who know your routine, who know what's in your home.
Your kids' friends?
Your kids' friends. We experienced that as a teenager. We experienced a burglary where we kept our doors locked during the day, but we come home from school, that front door is unlocked. And it wasn't until later that night my dad saw that his bedside drawer was just a little bit open. And so he looked in, and this was the 80s, so different time, but he had a handgun in his bedside table that was no longer there.
Wow.
And we were home when that happened. And it turned out to be a neighbor kid down the street.
Wow. I can't believe you found that. You're listening to the KSL Real Estate Show. Today we have Jamie Armstrong. She's the marketing director for Cove Home Security. If you don't have a home security system, you have no excuse. We're solving all your problems today. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
We're back with the KSL Real Estate Show, sponsored by Osmond Designs on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back into the Real Estate Show today. Thank you for joining us. Lindsay Aerts here with Heather Osmond. She owns Osmond Designs. Her stores are in Lehigh and in Orem, soon to be at Traverse Mountain. Can't wait for that to get built.
No, let's go. It's taking too long.
It's taking too long.
I'm a little impatient.
I know. Let's hurry up.
Typical construction in
And
Utah,
then
right?
your next conquest is Salt Lake Valley.
I know.
You'll be in Park
Wouldn't that be
City
fun?
soon, and you'll just take over Utah.
Oh, you guys, I'm just tired even thinking about it. We're just having way too much fun. We're staying busy. Right now is the Park City Parade of Homes. It's going on this weekend, so definitely check it out. Today and tomorrow are the last days, and there are 10 of the most incredible homes in the state of Utah. I mean, Park City is its own animal, and these homes are in absolutely over the top incredible. We did a beautiful home in Tuahey. It's actually a spec home that the builder built, and it is for sale. And if I had the money, I would buy it because it's so beautiful. We did all the interior design, including all the furnishings and whatnot on this home. So definitely put that on your list today. It's well worth your time. And the tickets are so inexpensive to see the latest and greatest of what's going on with furniture and trends, and all these subcontractors work so hard. It really takes a team to get these homes where they are. And when else do you have a time and an opportunity to go tour inside of the very, very best homes? So check that out. I'm really excited today. We have Jamie Armstrong with Cove Home Security on the show with us. If you're just joining us, the previous episode, we were talking about home security. We've been doing this show for over 3 years, and we've never talked about home security. We have, all these opportunities to buy homes, our personal home, investment properties, and half of all Utahns don't have home security. That's a problem.
It is a problem. And for most people, your home is your most important investment. It's where the things you love, the people you love are, and you want to protect everything you love most. So we're going to help you protect what is most important to you.
I think so. Okay, so in Utah, I think especially, we are huge social media people. And there's definitely some habits that we have that can be detrimental to home security. Sometimes we're posting that we're on vacation because we're having such a great time, but we're also telling the world that we're not home.
That's exactly right. And we did the survey of 1,000 U.S. homeowners, and 57% of us do post while we are traveling.
Wow.
So you are announcing to the world that your home is empty. And as we discussed in the previous segment, most burglaries are committed by someone you know.
But guys, Pixar, it didn't happen.
Exactly.
How do I flaunt my lavish traveling lifestyle?
If you can wait just a few days, get home, and then post about it.
Wait until you're home.
We're too impatient. We
It's
get too
so
excited.
exciting. You want to share it. Yeah. So if you can, resist that urge. It was more common with of course, the Gen Zers, the millennials are more likely to post on social media than the Gen X or the baby boomers, but they're just more comfortable. They grew up with it. It's part of their life, so it's a little harder for them to resist that urge. We did talk about, we asked these homeowners what were the biggest safety concerns they had, and it was interesting to see as we broke that out by age, by generation, because the number one concern was fire, and rightly so, I would say. Number two was burglary or home invasion. However, for these younger kids, home invasion was their number one concern.
Really?
It was a little sad. Sad to see that. But what was also interesting when we broke this out, women were much more likely to depend on that community type, getting to know your neighbors, understanding your neighborhood, the environment, paying attention of your surroundings. Women were much more focused on that as a way to keep safe. And men were, well, I have a security system.
Right.
But again, as we mentioned, it was more women were likely to not have a security system than men.
Yeah.
Do you think that's just because of economic reasons?
It was expense was the number one reason.
Wow.
Yeah. And again, there are some very affordable options out there that I think would be well worth it. In fact, another FBI stat, the average burglary, the property value of that loss is about $2,600.
Oh, wow.
And you could have a security system for years before you hit $2,600.
Well, and I don't know about you, but I'm just generally a very trusting person.
Yeah.
And so I grew up, my parents never had a security system. We had our doors open. We were running in and out to all the neighbors, and it just never was an issue. We did have a dog. My dad was a very rough and tough, strong guy. So I just always knew if there was a problem, my dad would take care of it.
Yeah.
And so we never really worried. I felt like we had a safe neighborhood. But I think the world's changing. And I hate that my glass bubble is broken a little bit. And you just don't know what's going on.
Right. And the world is changing, and people are feeling more insecure financially.
Yeah.
So they're, again, a crime of opportunity. So if someone's desperate enough and they see an easy entry, they might go for it.
Yeah.
In Utah, we are very lucky to have a low crime rate, but that doesn't mean we're
immune,
exempt to anything ever happening to us. And so I think just for peace of mind, you can use your security system for other things than just burglary alone. You know when your kids are coming in and out when they're home from school.
I love that.
My 8-year-old asked me for a Gab watch the other day, and I was like, "Are we already here?
Do it.
Are we already here?
Do it. I
It's
like
so
the
hard
Gab
to avoid.
watches. I think those are amazing. So
But I like the security system of just knowing when she gets home. That would be easy.
Right.
I do too. And I think we always say on the real estate show, in location, location, location. And if you can invest in a good neighborhood, I think that makes all the difference. And really rely on your neighbors to watch out for each other. So don't underestimate, security systems. We all need them, but just being aware of what's going on in your neighborhood, I think, is so important. You're listening to the KSL Real Estate Show. We love having Jamie Armstrong, the marketing director for Cove Home Security, on the show with us today. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Wilson, you sent the game-winning email at the buzzer, avoiding a 4:55 meeting on everyone's calendar. How did you do it?
I got a huge assist from Grammarly, an AI writing partner that helped me make my point. And it works everywhere I write. Summarizing a doc only took one click. When everyone uses Grammarly, everything just makes sense.
Go to Grammarly.com/podcast to download it for free. That's Grammarly.com/podcast. Easier said, done.
Hey there. Did you know Smith's always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower than low prices? And when you download the Smith's app, you'll enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. And don't forget fuel points to help you save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Want to save even more? With a Boost membership, you'll get double fuel points and free delivery. So shop and save big at Smith's today. Smith's, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Welcome to the KSL Real Estate Show. Hear updates on the national and local Utah real estate markets. We cover residential and commercial properties. Plus, get inspiring ideas to make your house a home from our sponsor, Osmond Designs. Here's Heather Osmond and Lindsay Aerts on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back into the Real Estate Show today. Thank you for joining us. I am Lindsay Aerts. Heather Osmond's with me of Osmond Designs. She's got stores in Orem and down in Lehigh, soon to be Traverse Mountain. Hi, Heather.
How's it going, Lindsay?
So good. I'm loving our conversation today because it's so good to talk about home security. We have a security company with us, an easy one that doesn't require you put electrical outside your, I don't even have a doorbell because we realize there's no wiring for the doorbell.
You don't want anyone to come over. No doorbell.
Yeah.
You just pretend you didn't know they were at your door.
Don't ring the doorbell. Don't come.
I like it.
But there is a lot of other reasons you could use a security camera besides, home protection, although that's certainly peace of mind is worth every penny.
100%. Today we have Jamie Armstrong. She's the marketing director for Cove Home Security on the show with us today. You're really, preaching to the choir here, Jamie. I love the pill and stick. Even I can do that. I think it's very intimidating to think about wiring and the monthly costs and the upfront equipment fees and all of that when you're thinking home security. And you guys have really solved all of those issues.
Absolutely. Again, no contracts, no drilling, no wiring in your beautiful home. And referring back to the peel and stick, Lindsay, there are some amazing wireless doorbell camera options.
Oh, Lindsay.
Okay. Give it to me. I'm going to need all those.
Battery charged, stick it on the front door. You don't need wiring to have a great video doorbell camera.
Okay. And can we talk price range? Is that appropriate to ask? I know you don't talk about money on a first date, but just in terms of compare it to me. Am I going to break the bank? Is there a range of options?
Yeah. The beautiful thing about Cove is you are customizing the security system that's best for your home. We can walk you through a short quiz that asks you how many doors, how many windows, do you want a camera, all that kind of thing. You get to choose what you want.
Yeah.
So you can get a very comprehensive and reasonable security system for, I would say, $300.
Nice. Yeah.
And,
unbelievable.
There's the Affirm option where you can make monthly payments with no interest. And the professional monitoring component, which is an extremely important one, is less than $1 a day.
Wow.
And it has app components, I presume?
It has a lovely app.
That's a must.
Yeah, of course.
And you know what? That was the number one feature people looked for in their home security system was a user-friendly app.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Well, you got to be able to pull it up at work or
exactly.
get an alert.
Get
that's
the
not
alerts.
too annoying. You got to trust it. Yeah.
You need to know when your
disarm.
Amazon packages are arriving.
That's the only reason I need it. Let's be honest, because I don't even check Amazon. I don't even check my packages anymore. I look at the Amazon app to remind myself what I ordered.
We're so bad. I love this show because we're just so honest and real. It's so much fun.
I have no shame about those purchases.
Okay, Jamie. So let's talk a little bit more about stats of what's going on in the industry and why people need home security.
Well, something people don't understand is that you can use your system for more than just burglary, more than just monitoring your kids. There is environmental monitoring, which can be extremely valuable. For example, we have a water leak detector that picks up the first few drops of water. You stick it under your sink, you put it next to your washing machine, your water heater, your toilets, in your basement. And as
I've never heard of that.
Okay.
And this is going to be all the way worth it, too, because I had this happen to me. A burst pipe. I don't know if it would detect that.
It would.
Okay.
It would.
So a pipe freeze, right, in the winter?
Yes.
Yeah.
It has,
in the basement
it
store.
detects
Yep.
low temperatures, so you would have received an alert when the temperature in your home dropped.
You could have saved us a firefighter call at 2 a.m. when we got home from vacation and a Christmas break, and the whole basement was flooded.
Absolutely. And this is a FEMA stat, actually, but 1 inch of flood water can cost you up to $25,000 in repairs.
So it ruins everything.
Yes. So recently I did some interior design for a beautiful cabin in Sundance. And it's just a vacation home. There's 2 partners that invested in this and they share it, but it's not occupied full time.
Right.
So one of the owners actually lives here locally in the Provo River Bottoms, and they went up to the Sundance cabin and they think that the water pipe had been leaking for over 2 weeks and basically destroyed the entire interior. I mean, there were like 2 feet of water in the basement of this beautiful Sundance. I mean, it was a full gut.
That's heartbreaking.
I know. They needed this. And this is so inexpensive to do and just to know what's going on, especially if you're not owner occupied.
Absolutely. We do have a lot of people who use the system for their cabins, their Airbnbs. Yeah. You don't have to be home all the time to know what's happening.
Yeah.
And again, another statistic about flooding is 98% of basements will likely experience water damage.
Wow.
At some point. So again, a little water leak detector, so inexpensive, can save you thousands and thousands of dollars.
That's incredible.
You've heard our stories about how I've had a leak, I've had a break-in before. Certainly, Cove Security could have helped me with that. Talk to me about some examples your customers have had, how just your security systems have helped them.
Well, one we just got last week was a customer wrote in and said, you guys saved me with the water leak detector because it was in their basement. Their septic tank had started to back up. Can you imagine anything worse?
Oh my gosh.
Out.
So luckily they had that early alert and they were able to fix things before their whole basement.
Okay, that
flooded.
Trumps any water flood damage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yes. No, I think just protecting your home in general. Like you're saying, it's less than $1 a day to monitor. So, you really don't have an excuse. This is more important than ever.
I spend more than that on Diet Coke.
Exactly. Me too.
The McDonald's Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Same.
Another thing about these environmental sensors is we have monitoring smoke detection. So again, if your smoke detector is going off, you will receive an alert. Our monitoring station will receive an alert, and they will dispatch the authorities.
Wow.
If needed.
Does that translate to carbon monoxide as well?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
See, you're selling me. I'm sold.
I know. So I back a mountain in Alpine, and fire is always a concern, especially around the 4th of July, the 24th of July. They have signs everywhere.
Yes.
You cannot do fireworks. But it is scary if there is a fire on that mountain. I mean, it's taking us all out. So I think that's more important than ever. Utah is so, so beautiful, but you just have to be really careful. And if you can detect things early, that can save your home and save you hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Definitely. Aging parents, maybe they forgot something was cooking on the stove.
Yes.
They
forget
like
to
that.
turn off a faucet on a
absolutely.
sink. All of those things.
And we also offer a medical alert pendant.
Oh my gosh. You guys have thought of it all.
We try
Seriously?
really hard. You wear it like a necklace, and if you need medical assistance, you push that button and help is on the way.
That is so cool.
I love that too. Okay, so today we have Jamie Armstrong. She's with Cove Home Security. We are so happy to have you. For the 3 years we've been doing this real estate show, we've never talked about home security and how to protect your home. And it also can be to protect your business. Jamie, you also offer those services.
Mainly homes. However, we do have some customers who are small business owners. This is a great option for them as well.
I think that's incredible. Okay, Jamie, so we talked about our Amazon packages that arrive, right? But there's also people that steal those. They're called porch pirates.
Absolutely. It is becoming more and more of a problem. Porch pirates are people who steal packages right off your front porch.
Who would do that? Oh my
it's so
gosh.
easy.
Very common, yeah.
So
How often
disappointing.
do you have a package sitting there for an hour or for 3 hours before you get home from work?
No.
I'm lucky I have some planter boxes that you can kind of hide behind. So I feel like they're not seen as much, but I still feel like they're vulnerable out there for sure.
Well, in this survey we did of the 1,000 U.S. homeowners, 40% had had a package stolen from their front porch.
Yeah.
And 25% had that happen in the last year.
Wow.
And the people who had experienced that, 70% of them had to absorb the cost, this loss. It was a loss.
Yeah.
And you can lose some pretty valuable stuff. It could be a laptop, it could be a camera, it could
jewelry,
be fancy boots or a jacket or
They're
whatever.
Getting a lot of clothes from me. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you are always styling, Lindsay,
Well,
so that
they're gonna
totally
be
works.
Quite disappointed when they steal my packages.
I hope they fit in your cute clothes. Oh my goodness. We have Jamie Armstrong with Cove Home Security on the show with us today. This has been so much fun. We also need to give a great shout out to Central Bank. They are the sponsor of this KSL Real Estate Show. They are trusted bankers and loyal friends. You don't have to worry about them and all this home security stuff. They've been serving Utah for over 130 years, and they are proud of their history and sustained growth and security. So proud to bank with them. Central Bank makes getting loans easy. Not only do they do car loans, they do home loans, they do construction loans, they do SBA loans. I've done all of them with Central Bank and sure appreciate their support. Jamie Armstrong, Cove Home Security. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
We're back with the KSL Real Estate Show, sponsored by Osmond Designs on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back into the Real Estate Show. Thank you for joining us. You can podcast this show, the entire episode, wherever you podcast. Just search for the KSL Real Estate Show. We also have the KSL News Radio podcast app, which is super easy to find in the Google Play or Apple stores. Heather Osmond is with me of Osmond Designs. Heather, today we're talking all things home security. I'm sold. I need one, and I love the features of being able to detect like the water leaks or carbon monoxide, the smoke. Those are things that may not be as common, but certainly would love to get an alert on my phone if that's happening at my house.
Absolutely. No, you're a working mom, so you're not home a lot. Your kids are at school. I think it's more important than ever. There are a lot of home security system programs out there. A lot of them do require wiring. They're expensive. You have 3 to 5 year contracts to pay off all of that equipment. And you guys have solved all of those issues and problems, which I have just learned so much about. And I think your company is absolutely incredible, Jamie.
Thank you. Yes, we worked really hard to address all those main concerns, those barriers, those objections to home security. People don't want to be locked in contracts and have wires and drilling throughout their home. And there's a very easy, affordable DIY solution for you. And that's what we offer at Cove.
I think that's incredible. So not only are we keeping strangers out, but maybe we're even keeping teenagers in.
That is very true.
We can check curfew.
Lindsay, you need this.
You absolutely
We haven't
can.
talked about that.
You can.
If I don't see that door open by 11:59, you're in trouble.
Yes, and Utah has more teenagers per capita than any other state in the country. So let's keep our kids in line and keep them safe and all the good things.
It's a great way to know when your kids are in and out. And
It's just good parenting.
Absolutely.
It's parenting in 2023 is what it is.
Exactly.
Well, and these, the Gen Zers, the millennials, they are very avid pet parents as well. Yeah. And they use their indoor cameras to check on their pets throughout the day. You can use two-way audio communication. You can talk to your pet or your kid through the camera.
I see
it's like,
you.
Get out of the kitchen, get out of the cookies.
Get your homework done.
Yep, you can see what's happening.
Word. I do love the pet feature because I feel like my daughters, I have 2 daughters that are college age, and they both have dogs. And they both work. And so they can check on their pet, make sure their pet isn't out and destroying their home, and make sure everything's okay.
Absolutely. These younger generations, more of them own pets. Dogs specifically, than older generations. They're a very important part of their lives.
Yes, so they love pets over kids.
Yeah, cheaper and easier to control.
Listen, if I could put my kids in a cage and go to work, that would be a lot easier.
Lindsay, can you say that?
Kidding. That's a joke. That's a joke.
I love it. So, Jamie, how do people find you and Cove Home Security?
Go to covesmart.com. And you can, again, customize your system, choose exactly the equipment that you want and need for your home, and pick the monitoring plan that works best for you. Either one is less than $1 a day.
Do you think that people without security systems are more vulnerable?
Absolutely. FBI statistics show that homes without a security system are 3 times more likely to be burglarized. They also know that 83% of burglars do look for some sign of a security system before they choose their target.
Wow.
And the dog's not cutting it.
The dog isn't cutting it. And, as much as we love them, the boomers particularly put a lot of faith in their dog. And I don't think that is the most comprehensive approach to protection. Again, the dog's not calling the firefighters.
Sure. He can bark loud, but he can't dial 911.
I do love the camera feature. I have that on my driveway. I have that on my front porch. I just like to know what's going on.
People do want to know what's happening.
Recorded. Yeah.
Absolutely. They want to see what's happening in and around their homes.
And I'll just put a plug in for the news. I can't tell you how many door cam videos we get for tips, right? People just record things and it brings us news stories. So
unbelievable. Jamie, how do people find you?
Covesmart.com. We would love to help you find a security system that works best for your home and family.
You're amazing. It's so fun to meet you and to talk more about your business. Really appreciate you being on the show today.
Thank you. It has been such a pleasure.
We had Jamie Armstrong with Cove Home Security. You're listening to the KSL Real Estate Show. I'm Heather Osmond, owner of the Osmond Designs Furniture and Interior Design Store, signing off. We'll be back next week.
Wilson, you sent the game-winning email at the buzzer, avoiding a 4:55 meeting on everyone's calendar. How did you do it?
I got a huge assist from Grammarly, an AI writing partner that helped me make my point. And it works everywhere I write. Summarizing a doc only took one click. When everyone uses Grammarly, everything just makes sense.
Go to Grammarly.com/podcast to download it for free. That's Grammarly.com/podcast. Easier said, done.
Hey there. Did you know Smith's always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower than low prices? And when you download the Smith's app, you'll enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. And don't forget fuel points to help you save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Want to save even more? With a Boost membership, you'll get double fuel points and free delivery. So shop and save big at Smith's today. Smith's, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.